Hey y'all, just a quick reminder, we aren't professionals. This content is strictly our opinion, and it's for entertainment purposes only.
And bad, I told her to get ready.
I meant me.
Oh.
Me and she. So, we're gonna start up with our mighty the herbal refresh.
Must be the rain.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's raining.
It's raining over here. Lightly. It's raining lightly, but I think it's because of the weather.
There you guys, so Gorilla Milk, yes. It
still sounds disgusting.
I mean, it does. It sounds disgusting.
It's actually pretty good though. Don't knock it till you try it.
Just take like 0.001% of what we say.
Take it all and put it in a bag, just mix it up, and then whatever comes out, that's the percentage you need to take home with you.
Exactly. There you go. Don't forget to divide by 0.0000001.
It's very important.
I don't know why I feel like Witchy's like, oh no, math.
Yeah, pretty much. My brain don't do math. It does not retain it.
She heard math and went silent. There was a glitch in her matrix.
No, I heard math and I just shut down. I was like, nope, not part of this.
Yeah, you're like, nah.
Like, oh god, already I'm hearing shoots. What the fuck?
I know. Everybody's
you already hear shoots?
Shoots, yes.
Hearing the shoots.
I'm hearing the shoots.
But also, I swear I spoke the English.
I mean, what is true English anymore? I mean, we literally took English from British slang to like, oh, because we want to be different from them, we're going to make it sound like this instead. So what really is English?
Yeah. I thought it funny.
I mean, come on. I'm just saying.
They were saying, so for all the legal people here in this godforsaken country, to just, if you speak a different language, don't be shy and speak it to kind of like, confuse the confused people. I don't know, I just made up a word. Yeah.
You made no sense right there.
Trust me, I know. I know the type of sense I made.
Do you? Do you really?
It's the nonsense.
So, we're in the middle of season 6 of the Nanny now. Let me tell you, oh my God, that I'm so disappointed. I'm so mad. I shouldn't even watch any old shows anymore because.
It's really. Yeah, I literally am watching it thinking, how the hell did I even like it? At least the last season.
It is so freaking cringy. Like, it's bad. It's bad. So, they're married already, and she's pregnant, but, like, I don't know, ever since she got married, it's now all of a sudden, it's like, class is such a big issue. And there's some scenes where, like, they're really putting her down. I don't know. It's just,
I mean, you also gotta remember, like, again, like, unfortunately, that around that time, it was, like, mostly male written, so.
Yeah. Not much has changed, though, I don't think.
Yeah.
But I am gonna push through to watch it. So, oh my God. Have you guys been on TikTok?
Nope.
A little bit. Though I get off of it real fast because eventually I get bored.
Yeah. Okay. So I came across this really cool thing, actually. Really, really cool. Hold on. Let me wet my palate.
That sounds weird. Please don't ever say it like that again.
Anyways. Did you guys ever hear of the show called The Cosby Show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So then The Cosby Show had a spin-off called A Different World. And it was when one of their daughters, Lisa, moved away to college. And that's what the spin-off was about. And the college that she moved to was called Hillman University. And again, just remember, it was, so it was mainly black people. And I think it was geared towards black people, okay? But here's the thing. Me growing up, I think because, of course, there was a lot of the shows I grew up watching, Full House and shows like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them were mainly white people. So then when this channel came up, and I don't remember the name of the channel. I don't know if it was it UPN? I don't remember. Because later it became the CW. But before it was the CW.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, and so they would show a lot of these, I guess what they would call urban shows. I mean, really, it was the same. I mean, there was Living Single. There was, like I said, A Different World. Anyway, and in that show, they went to Hillman University. I think, am I saying this right? Hold on. Yeah, Hillman. Anyways, so the other day, I was on TikTok, and I came across, so the black people in the country, and these people, what they started to do is they started, and okay, so I think the way that it began is an actual professor, a real professor, was doing her lessons on TikTok for her class. But this professor didn't realize that other people could see it. Like, she didn't know how to privatize it, I guess. So a lot of people that were watching it were like, oh my God, this is so cool. Like, we're getting college courses on TikTok. And, well, now it's private. She put it in private and everything. But people took off with this idea. Mainly African American culture. And again, I'm sorry if I'm not saying the correct words, but anyways, so they began, like, a group of people, like actual professors from like professional people, okay, have started this thing called Hillman University, Hillman Talk.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were to search this, you just put Hillman Talk, or there's another one that I found that is called TikTok College, and they basically are doing college courses. It's like if you're enrolled in college, they do the classes, and it's really, really cool, actually.
All right.
And a lot of it is aimed, but it was mainly started from, well, I mean, I guess, for minorities, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my God, this is such a good idea. And then I was thinking, like, Latinos, we should get in on this. Like, they should do, because they have, like, African American studies. Like, there's just so much stuff that they have.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, like, it would be so cool, if, as Latinos, like, I think that's one of the things that I admire about that community, that, they get shit done like that. Nice.
That's an interesting thought.
Yeah. And so I want to start, like, a little petition of, like, hey, like, I think, what? I think people should start, Latinos should get in on this. And I think I should tag maybe John Leguizamo. Because do you guys remember when I wanted you guys to see the show that he had, which is Latin History for Idiots or something like that? It's on Netflix, or it was at Netflix at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe if we tag him,
Yeah, I feel like that would be a really good idea. I feel like he would be someone who would be interested in something like that.
And then I think, like, this is so cool because this is exactly what we should be using social media for.
Yeah. I mean, we could do a segment on that.
Yeah. And so if you guys, so take a look at it. You just search Hillman Talk and TikTok College. Because I think those are two different ones. But yeah.
Alright.
But it's really cool.
It sounds it, actually.
It does.
I'm about to go look for it after the stream. You're just going to have to remember the name of it. Okay.
So the other day I was telling Noodles. So I go through periods of I'll be okay, I'll be thinking normal shit.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden,
I'll be thinking normal stuff that normal people think about. Yeah.
Like rainbows and butterflies.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, totally.
Popeye's chicken and and all that. And then I fall into like a mental mind warp, and I start thinking a lot of crazy shit. So one of the stuff. Okay, so we've talked about the simulation theory,
Mhm.
right? But I was telling Noodles, I said, okay, but when you say simulation theory, like, what do you think that is, right? Because to me, when I think of the simulation theory, I think of basically like this. I feel like, okay, is the world like this? Like, is it, you know what I mean? Like, is it, but then I realized, like, okay, but wait a minute, there's so many facets of this. Like, it's not just, oh, it's just like this, Because then I was thinking, well, where does spirituality come into this? So anyway, I mean, what do you think, Witchy? Because first of all, do you think that we could be in a simulation?
Sometimes I do think that, yes, and the other times I just think, nah, not really. I said sometimes I think we do, and other times I don't.
Okay. So, Noodles, well, either one of you guys can answer this. What kind of simulation? What do you mean by that?
Well, that I don't know.
Well,
'Cause it
obviously
could
not an
be-
adventure one.
I mean, it could be. Because the way I've always thought about it is the easiest way for me to think of it, we're in Sims.
Okay.
And because in The Sims, it's very. I think we've talked about this before, that you can legit just let your Sims do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
You can set them up however you want. You can make them as active or as lazy, or if you want them to be an artist, a teacher, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You have a say in all of that, but at the end of the day, if I put my Sims to just go and do whatever, you don't know what your Sim's gonna do. So that's kind of how I see it. That's how I see us. We're just a Sims doing, I don't even know what.
That reminds me of that one TikToker that literally said, like, how, I think he meant it more as a joke, but I think a lot of people actually did, like, started deep thinking like that, thinking like, oh, like, he said, like,
Oh my
yeah,
God, there's
he
a
said, like,
shit over
oh,
here.
like,
Come
we're,
here.
like,
There's a what?
A shit.
Where are you?
Come here. Come over here.
okay,
Oh.
the way
Look.
she said it.
No, come here. Look. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Where are you?
Witchy. Over here. Look.
Of course, it's on there.
I told you. Anyways, okay, we can go anywhere. All right, go
Okay.
on. What were you saying?
I was saying, like, how he said, like, he believes that, not yeah, like, again, like, we're a simulation, but he believes that, that realization of the game forgot, and that at some point he just forgot us in a save file and just left us alone.
Okay.
You know, like how
but-
you usually do with, like, any, like, game that you
Right.
have a save file, and to me, I laughed at that, because to me, it's like, I can see that, because I've done that to some
Yeah,
games I
we've
have
all
where
done
it's
that.
like to like
Yeah.
either adventures. No, it's because like I once had this phone game where I had to help these, I wouldn't say cave people, but like, okay, they're like little islanders to like progress to like modern day society. And I forgot them for like, oh my god, I want to say like almost a week. And then I saw on my phone update and I was like, oh shit, it's like I forgot about them. So I checked on them and pretty much all of them died.
Oh
I
my
felt so
God.
bad. And I was like, what? How did they die? I was like, didn't they like automatically scavenge for food every now and then? And I forget that if I don't remind them every now and then, they'll forget to scavenge, they'll forget to plant, harvest, and they'll just die. And I was just like, crap. I feel bad now.
Yeah. But see, okay. But here's my thing, right? If we are in a simulation, because, oh God, I kind of like, I flip-flop. Because if I really stop and think, that this is a simulation. Well, then what does that make me? Like, are we AI? Because I know there's people who actually do think that. They do think that we're just AI. And
We could be.
Maybe.
see, that I don't like to think like that, because then it's like, okay, so is it real? Then none of this is real? Like, my feelings aren't real? Like, I don't like that, the thought of that. You know what I mean? Because
But I think they are real. Like, even if we are AI at this point in our lives, I think we are real to a certain extent. We might be numbers in a computer or whatever, but we are still here.
No, yeah, like our conscious is still very real.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so like, where's the conscience? Because see, this is what I
It's in the
think.
computer brain.
No, but then there has to be some organic behind it, something organic behind it, I would say. Which then there's the other theory, right? There's people that say, yes, you know, like we are conscious. I just saw this one, actually, YouTube, and I think her name is, I think her handle is like Spirituality with Sam, I think. I want to say, was it her? Yeah, I think it was her. And she was talking about our consciousness, like our, you know, when we think of like we're going, you know, on the spiritual
I hear
side or
footsteps.
something like that. And so she was saying that we're just like this, our consciousness, like where we go, it's basically that our spirit, you know, is like basically like just this, we're just orbs, like orbs of light. Like that's what, like we don't really have a body. We're just energy.
Mm-hmm.
And that we, you know, come to this dimension, to this earth,
I hear
to
shots.
learn
So
and
do I.
grow and all this. But like the thought of like, oh my God, like us being just orbs, like light orbs, like I don't know, it's so funny to me. I don't know. I hate it because I do think that the simulation theory does hold more.
That's why I tell you I can't think of that theory for too long, because I'm like that. I'll spiral too.
Yeah. And then this is when I think, like we've talked about this, like, is this what happens to people that do end up losing it? Because I could totally see that. Like I could totally see it if you really think about that. Like if you think a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, because if we are just pixels in a game, like then we really don't have any true purpose besides whatever the game tells us to do.
And this is, see, that's when I'm like, no, I can't think like that, because that's
Ooh,
what
they're fighting
I have
over
a hard time
somebody or
dealing with.
something.
Anyways.
So yeah, we're in a game.
I don't know. I reject that theory. I think the only way that we, like this, I think this is a simulation. If this is a simulation, then I think I don't think I'm AI. I think it's my consciousness is out there playing this for some reason. Or it's like we were saying, then it is, because my total belief isn't that. My total belief is that we're spiritual beings and we come here to Earth right now in this time to help with the ascension, and we come to grow and learn and experience the human side, because our spiritual side can't experience these things. Like our spiritual side is love, like pure love. And what I'm trying to understand is, why do we come here and why do we impose the suffering on ourselves? That's the part I get. I mean, I get the part like you have to sometimes go through it in order to learn and understand it. Because you can read a book as much as you can, but you're not ever going to know unless you actually put things in practice. So I guess that would be
From what I understand from like books and I guess like from other like hearing other people like how what they think and how they felt and everything, like I think it is not only just a way of like another like way of growth and everything and learning, but I think again, like from what I've read and a good portion of what I think how it feels like, it's like testing ourselves. Like okay, it's like when you like again, I go back to the whole game thing. Like when you get up to up a level and everything, like wouldn't you want to still keep on testing to see like how much further you can go, how much more you can push the character, like you know, anything beyond that, especially if it's like one that's like never ending. Like I could see that. It's like okay, like see what else you've learned, things you learned in the past. Like I know I've done that several times with so many different characters, and I'll go back on things I learned in the past and be like, oh, I liked this. Let's have them like relearn this again. You know? Like
Yeah,
I could see that.
maybe. But like I said, I mean, my belief is yes, that we're here. I'm here as a light worker to help with the ascension, you know, and all of that jazz. But I can see the theory of the simulation. I can see that too. But I tell you, I think that's one that probably freaks me out the most. Because then that would mean that these feelings, it's just programs. It's just we were programmed, you know, and then that would mean that then there's people that were programmed to be mean, or programmed to, you know what I mean?
It's to help the progress. It's the whole reason why I can believe all of this, because within creating a game, you have to put in the bad guys to help the hero progress and have a reason to fight for whatever they're fighting for.
No, yeah, like a conflict for them.
Yeah, and that's real life. Like something bad has happened in order for something good to happen. So if you're if you're putting those same rules into a game, like how it could be a possibility that that's our reality.
Well, I don't know. Like, I think it's fun to think about it because I used to think of it as, well, where's the hack? Okay, if this is a simulation, then we can hack the system, you know, and that is so cool and blah, blah, blah. But now I see it as, oh, no, it's a prison.
Funny enough, like I think the opposite. I think to me it's like if I'm like okay, like say like someone does like find out like the answers to everything and they're like, oh, like yeah, like this is nothing, this is all everybody in everyone's head, like they all just like did this themselves. I think to me I would hate that, because to me it's like, so then like everything like people like thought in their heads like, okay, like say the whole spirituality thing is like, well then that was in my head, like I just was that crazy, like
right,
I'm that nuts. Like I think to me that's a little more scarier, because then to me it's like without like a slight meaning or a slight purpose like of any kind, no matter how insignificant it is, like I think to me it's like that would be the like the most boring mind-numbing thing ever. Like I would really literally want to wish for death, because like I think that's also the reason why I don't like Sims that much, because without a weird kind of purpose to it, like I know people say like, oh, it's like creating your own world and everything. It's like, okay, but like what other purpose besides creating the world is there for it, you know? Like is
right,
there is some sort of story, a plot, and like a plot or something like I need to know besides just building and see, oh, like let's see how these people like, you know, like go out in the world and everything. It's like if that's the case, I could just people watch out my window and be and wondering like, huh, what's that person gonna do? Like literally like could do that anywhere else. Like why the hell am I gonna do that on a freaking computer?
I think the thing that's kept me sane whenever I think about it is I go to how Mom and I have talked about this, how it could just be, this could be just a video game, and the example that I used was in Rick and Morty, how Morty plays that game where he basically plays like another person and has a full life, but they're treating it like it's a game. So me and my thought, I'm like, okay, if this is that type of game where maybe it's not a lot of time that's really passing, but to me, you know, it's a lifetime, then fine. Like that's, at least I have a purpose. You know? I hope we get a lot of points.
Yeah. Well,
But
no, I mean, I don't know. Like I tell you, I think for me, what keeps me sane is just the spirituality aspect of it, I guess.
mm,
Because I don't know. Like I know the things that I've been through and that I have felt that to me it's like, no, that I'm like that's a software, like that's amazing.
but that's what I'm saying, because that could be the human part of us. Like if we're playing a game and this is a simulation that we're
Right,
in, then that would be the human part that you're tapping into, I would
right.
believe. I get
Okay.
you. I could see
So
that.
like what do you guys believe? Or I mean, now I do want to
I believe
make
in science.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. 10
JK,
points if you
JK.
all know where that's from. No, but I mean, okay, what is it that you believe? Because like I said, like there's a lot of things that are fun to think about for because okay, where does the Mandela effect come into that? Where does the multiple
Well,
universe comes
look,
into that?
Mandela effect, we've talked about this. We've talked about this. The Mandela effect could be from the upgrades. Because think of like
Yeah. No, for
Fortnite.
sure.
Fortnite that we're
Yeah.
playing right now. How many times has a place changed completely, but it still looks similar to another one that was there before it?
Right.
That's where Mandela effects can come into play.
No, I agree with that. I mean, this is why I say that I do think that the most real one of all the things that, people have out there, I do think the simulation theory is a good one. Like, is it
Mm-hmm.
more believable? Again, then I'm not a scientist or anything, anything like that, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
It
But,
makes the most sense.
right, to me, as a gamer,
Yeah.
that does make more sense. But like I said, I mean, I don't know. If the part that trips me out that I don't believe is that we're AI. That's the part that I don't believe.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do think if this is a simulation, well, maybe that's a way of maybe say us saying that it's a simulation, maybe that's just a crude way of explaining the different dimensions, the different planes.
Yeah.
Maybe it is, but they're all just different simulations, and I'm doing air quotes here, and but in our human capacity, that's how we are able to understand it. Like, oh, okay, it could be like a simulation,
Yeah.
you know. I don't know. Because there's also the thing, Bashar. Do you guys know who Bashar is, or have you guys heard me speaking of him?
Yeah, I've
Sure.
heard. You've told me about him a
I
few times.
haven't.
So Bashar is an entity. There's this man called Daryl Anka, and he channels this entity. It's a oh my god, an interstellar entity from I don't know from what place, but and this man Daryl has been channeling Bashar for anyways. And so Bashar gives, and I mean, he's been doing it for, I think, over 20 years now. And you can look him up. You can, I mean, he's on YouTube, TikTok, and it's Bashar with a B. And so, like, according to, like, him and other people, but him is the one that I remember the most right now,
Ah, what the
they,
hell?
Oh my god. What
well,
I
what
do?
happened?
You dick!
I was
What
trying to jump
happened?
over you. My bad.
You're an ass.
I was trying to parkour and it didn't happen. It
Your
didn't do the thing
child,
like I wanted
It
it
didn't
to.
do the parkour.
your child was evil. Let's just
All
go
right,
with
what do
that.
we?
Okay, well, I
But
guess I
see,
could go
what if
here.
it's just another player that he's like somehow connecting to that's in another level than us?
I think maybe the way that maybe I would be okay that this was a simulation was if like that, like we knew the hacks 100%. Because
Hmm.
it's like, damn, that I'm playing on hard mode or like what?
I'm pretty sure they have like firewalls
But
or something that's like hard for us to break through. But I'm pretty sure there has to be ways. There has to be. We just need
but
we need
that's
to
what I'm
figure it out.
saying.
But that's where the spiritual side comes in, because I do feel that those are the cheats.
Oh my god, what if like spiritual teachers this whole time? What if they're just hackers?
Yeah, they could be.
What?
There you go.
They're just like the hackers that are trying to like tell us the way, but you know. Yeah, I feel like I'm on like I don't want to be on easy mode. I don't like creative mode either way, but I don't want to be on super hard mode. No, in all fairness, I really don't think I'm on super hard mode.
I would like it better to be on creative mode because, like, I don't know. I just like having my own creativity to be my own.
But then I think that's who would get bored.
Okay, like you would get bored. I would not.
I think you would.
Have you seen The Good Place?
No, I have not fully watched every single episode, but I know the ending and everything.
It's such a good show. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yeah, I actually think we should watch that one next. You know how, oh, you said you haven't. Well, in The Good Place, they are there for like thousands of years. And you said that you know how it ends, right?
Yeah.
Like, they literally, because they have lived for so many years, like, there's really nothing left for them to do, that they decide to just kind of cease to exist forever.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how I interpret it.
What do you mean? How did you interpret it?
I interpret like they didn't exist. They didn't cease to exist. More like I guess
they
like
became one with the universe or whatever, with the consciousness, right?
Kinda like it.
But that's
like almost like leveling up. They leveled up.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's what happens after. I think that's what happens when you're living like on creative mode.
Like you just get bored.
Yeah. All right, ladies. Thank you so much. I'm Mita.
I'm Musica.
And I'm Noodles.
And we're bluntly talking. Bye.
Bye.
See you laters.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and follow us on our other social media.
Fuck! You kidding me right now.
GG. God damn. Oh man, there's another one up there.
No!
GG.
GG. Chi-Chi's
No.
That's so stupid. Sorry.
I swear.